is.
Welcome back to DNA Reviews.
All right.
We have a jam-packed podcast for y'all tonight. We are going to talk about Ghostbusters. We just got out of the theater.
Yes, that's
and
gonna be a
just watched
fun.
it.
That's gonna be a fun one to talk about.
Yeah, so we're going to do a review of that. And then also we're going to talk more about the Spider-Man trailer because there's just so much. And we're going to talk about the theories about maybe this might be the highest grossing movie. It might take over Infinity War. I don't know.
Yeah.
Wait,
Slow
we'll talk
down
about
there,
it.
young
But
one.
this
Slow
movie
down
has
there.
a lot of traction, a lot more than Endgame. So I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll talk about it.
We'll see.
We will also talk about what's to come next for Marvel, the Disney Day, like the shows that were announced because we didn't get to talk about it. So
Yeah,
we'll
Disney Plus Day.
talk about it, and then we'll also address some more of the Netflix movies. There was 3 movies that came out that were like big. Red Notice, Tick Tick Boom, The Harder They Fall. So we'll also do reviews on that. There's so much, guys. We have an Amazon show. We have movie news. So make sure to stay tuned. And right now, as we talk about Ghostbusters, in the chat, put your Spider-Man theories and your questions, and we'll address those as that time comes.
Right.
Yeah.
All
So,
right, go ahead.
Ghostbusters.
Go ahead. What you got?
It's just that. So Ghostbusters got from the critics a 63% and from the audience a 95% score. And I personally think that is from nostalgia. It is mostly probably from nostalgia, but what'd you think of the movie?
I liked it. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie, and it's really not nostalgia if you think about it, because the movie's about a bunch of new people, right? There's only touching of nostalgia for a little bit, and the plot's pretty much different. But I don't know. I enjoyed it. I like the kids in it, man. Mackenzie Grace was awesome in this, the young girl in the movie. And what's the guy's name? The young kid's name?
I'm not sure.
Logan Kim. His name was Podcast. Logan Kim is his name. Those 2 characters just kept me laughing. I had a good time. It was light laughter. It wasn't ridiculous, right? It wasn't stupidly funny. It was a good movie, and it went in a good direction. I can see, of course, if you look at it, there's, of course, some logical issues there. But the whole thing is illogical. It's about ghosts.
That's what messed me up. I would have been fine. Okay, so towards the end, that's when I finally got on board.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, the tone from the beginning is different from the end. So in the beginning, it's very serious, and I'm like, oh, so they're doing something completely different with this Ghostbusters, and it's gonna be like a serious kind of like situation, and then we go to silly, and then we go back to serious, silly, serious. If they just started with not taking themselves seriously, I would have been fully on board, because at the end when she just like put on a dress, these are not spoilers, right? It's a non-spoiler, but that was very silly, and I'm like, okay, you're not taking yourself seriously.
It wasn't silly. It was
funny.
it was just so cool how they did it. That's why you laughed. I think you need to watch it again, because from the beginning it's funny. I mean, when they're in the apartment, and well, no, not the beginning, because the beginning is not funny. But after the very first scene, when it goes to them in the apartment, from when they're getting kicked out, it was from that point on, it was silly. They were driving in the desert talking craziness, and it was
comedic
deep.
scenes. Yeah, but it was comedic scenes, but I feel like I don't know if it was just me, but what I got from it had like its comedic moments, and I was like, but it's going to be serious. It's going to be like, we're going to get into it.
That's Ghostbusters, though.
But the thing is, I thought they were going to go in a different direction. If they started from the beginning being like, ghosts are real, like this is an everyday thing, like we see this all the time.
Did.
No, they didn't. They said he was a crazy guy.
They didn't start in the beginning, but during the movie, if you just let everybody know, this movie is a continuation of the 1984 series, right? So in this universe, everyone knows about New York.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, all the adults anyway, know about 1984. The kids don't understand it, but all the adults know about the Ghostbusters. But it's been so long that everybody's forgotten about it. They haven't seen a ghost in forever, so they've forgotten about it. So that's what this is at. So I don't know why you didn't get it out. Of course, obviously, I can't make you like it, but you need to watch it again.
I don't know.
But the movie was so charming. I mean, the kids, and I hate kids in movies.
Wow.
Okay, because sometimes it can be annoying how they're written. They can be written annoyingly. It's like, okay, this is just too ridiculous. But this was written really good, especially Logan Kim's character of Podcast. Love that character.
Yeah.
Loved that character. Like I couldn't stop laughing about what was happening with every time he opened his mouth, I laughed. He was funny. He was funny from the first scene to the last
Yes,
scene.
he was funny. I liked his character, and I liked McKenna Grace's character.
Yeah.
And McKenna Grace was the main character of this movie, and I think that I don't know if it was falsely advertised or anything, but everybody felt so side charactery. Not like a supporting character. They felt like side characters where it was a side quest. Finn Wolfhard, his whole character, that whole story plot was unnecessary.
Yeah, it was.
It was complete. Every time he was on screen, it was just unnecessary plot.
Yeah, but
so
see,
I was
think
like,
you went in. See, I think what happened in this, probably because from the trailers, you went in this with a different thoughts in your
Vibe.
brain. Yeah. For me, I went into it cold. Even I saw the trailers. I never paid attention to what the story was in the trailer because it was like, okay, whatever. I went into it kind of cold. So for me, yeah, I could see where if you really analyze this as a film critic, put your film critic hat on.
Right.
Yes, I could see his character could be completely cut out and the story would still be fine.
His
right.
Whole character out.
Him and the girl.
Yeah.
Right. You don't need any of them.
That was so.
Yeah. It was totally random, unnecessary. It wasn't going anywhere.
It was like
it can't because the movie would have been too long if it did though.
Take it out then. Why have a minute? It was for fan service.
It's just to have 4 kids,
I guess,
right? To have the mirroring of Ghostbusters. That's why they
should have made it twins, like McKenna Grace's character, like twins, and then the twins work together, or like
gimmick,
or just like, or made them like a boy and a girl twin.
No, it'd have been a gimmick. She was the nerdy kid. He was the teenage kid after the teenage girl, which was good. And I'm glad they didn't go down a long road of them liking each other because that would have been a waste of tape.
Extra time, yeah.
But no, it was good. They did a good job. Yeah, I was laughing. Look, I had a good time. That's the most important thing. I had a good time. I was laughing. It was a good film. I felt good. It didn't drag on. Was there logic problems? Oh, logic problems
out the window.
And
but
down
yeah, that's
this movie.
fine. If you're logic problems, but go all the way with the logic problems.
No,
go
but
all
they
the
weren't
way.
trying to be.
Why was you know what? I can't spoil that. Never mind.
They weren't. We have to do a spoiler review for this for sure. But yeah, we got to do one. But yeah, no, they weren't trying to be ridiculously, out of scope.
I wish that they just did that.
Just be over like Fast and the Furious.
Yes, exactly. Because I enjoy Fast and Furious.
Just go all the way.
Understand that you are ridiculous and go all the way with it. And that I love Fast 9.
No, but see, this movie wasn't that though. This movie was Ghostbusters of the 80s. That's what it was, an 80s movie. It was an 80s movie where if you go back and look at 80s movies now, some of them, you'll be like, that doesn't really hold up. That doesn't make any sense. And that's what the whole premise here was. Like some of this was like, okay, how do they know this so fast?
Right.
Right?
It's just I have another plot in my head, but I can't say it because it'll be spoiler.
Right. We'll do a spoiler
and
review.
we'll do a spoiler review because I'm like they should have did it this way and it would have been a lot better. It would have been better. In the comment, Mom is saying, "Go all the way to space. Go to space. Ghostbusters in space.
Ghostbusters in space.
That would have been perfect.
That's the next one. That's the next one. Ghostbusters in space.
In space. Yes.
I think you went in and it. I don't know. I don't know what your brain was thinking, but for me, I loved it. I had a great time.
Even from the trailers, I was like, this is going to be a serious, not serious in the sense of like no jokes. You have your like comedic relief, of course, but it's gonna be like very like logical and more grounded Ghostbusters.
Which one did you like better, this one or the one in 2016?
This one. What? That one was more fun in a sense.
It was ridiculous.
It was just that one was ridiculous.
That was ridiculous.
But like it just didn't hit for me.
It wasn't Ghostbusters. It didn't have the feel.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like it wasn't a continuation. It was a revamp.
Yeah.
And it just didn't feel like Ghostbusters.
It didn't feel like Ghostbusters.
Even
though Chris Hemsworth was funny.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Chris Hemsworth was literally the best part of that.
He was the best part of the movie. Like every time he was on scene,
it was perfect.
I was falling out because he did it. That's what he's really good at comedy.
Yeah.
So no, he was good in that movie, but everybody else was just overdone.
Yeah.
But this one was good. I enjoyed it. I felt like I was watching a continuation of 1984's Ghostbusters.
I guess. I don't know. Yeah. I have to watch the 80s that one again because it's been a while since I've seen it.
Yeah, it's good.
But
yeah.
Let me go back to our screen. There we go. I mean, it was good. I just Paul. We did not get enough Paul, and he was in the trailer.
It was enough for me because it was about the kids in this one. I didn't. At first, I thought it was going to be a Paul Rudd kid thing, but no, the way they used Paul Rudd to me was good. You're right. Paul Rudd is so charming in movies that you just love watching Paul Rudd. Every movie he's in, every movie he's in, no matter what it is. But this was about the kids, so for me, it was good. I liked it. I like how the kids came together, and am I going to give this Oscar? No.
I don't see myself watching this again, Dad.
I could watch it again.
I can't. If you put it on, I will walk away. I'd be like, oh, that's really great. That's really maybe it's this movie. It's on the TV and you're walking by and you're like, like you're like watching. You're like, oh, that's that movie I saw that one time, and you're like, it's the walking by movie.
No, I'll watch it again. I'll watch it with Mom. She'll definitely like it. I like it.
It has the nostalgia in there, and it's a good story for Gen X.
I was 10, man. I was 10 years old when this movie came out.
And it was nice seeing and him again. We know he's in the trailer, so that's really cool. So that's what do you give? What do you give?
Would I give it out of 10?
What do you give it out of 10?
I give it an 8.
What?
I liked it. Listen, for me, you get an 8 if I like you. If I walk out of the movie having a good, feeling bubbly, you get an 8. I felt good. Look at your face.
Sorry, I'm so shocked by an 8.
Your face is priceless. I liked it, man.
I am indifferent, so I'm giving it a 5. I'm sorry. I'm very I don't know if it was good or bad. I'm very indifferent right now. We'll give it some time.
This again,
I'll watch it again
with a different lens.
With a linear lens.
With a different lens.
But we're not gonna get into Wheel of Time yet. But that just shows I do probably need to watch it again because I flipped a script for Wheel of Time. Once we get to that review, I flipped the script. Whatever I said earlier, throw it out the window.
Watch it again. I think your expectation was different. And you need to watch this again because I laughed a lot. I loved everything that was happening, especially with the young kid Jordan Kim. He was funny. And he was serious.
Yeah.
He wasn't even trying to be funny. His character was serious about what he was saying. And that's what made me laugh. He was serious about it, man. We got to do a spoiler review.
We'll do a
about
spoiler review.
This movie. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right, people. That's our review for Ghostbusters. Let us know down in the comments if you are going to watch it or if you're excited about watching this movie. I feel like a lot of people didn't know about it. I mentioned it to Teray, and she was like, Ghostbusters. And I was like, the movie that's coming out? And she was like, oh, I guess. And same with Desiree. And I was like, maybe they didn't do well with the advertising.
Yeah, they probably didn't do good. This movie was supposed to come out last year, so.
That's true, yeah.
I don't think, any movie that was supposed to come out like a year ago, no one's putting a lot of money in them.
Yeah. Nobody is. It's like, it's gone. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna move on to I think we're just straight into Spider-Man.
Oh wow!
Straight, because we have a lot of things to talk about. So we're gonna get the Spider-Man out of the way, not out of the way, because that's like the big thing.
That's the main thing, right?
That's the main thing right now. But how do you like the thumbnail?
I like the thumbnail, man. I like that.
It took me a while to make it.
That.
I had to
good job.
Yeah.
You got all 3 Spider-Man in there, and good job.
Thanks.
Good job. You made this?
Yeah, I made it. I had to get all these little pieces together and the title and the background. Yeah.
I love it, man. Oh, with the Doctor Strange thing too. Snatched.
Thanks.
So you're predicting that they're in the movie. Have you seen the Brazilian trailer?
Oh my gosh! Why didn't I not put that in here? Yes, I've seen it. Don't play. And then people are like, some people are like, that could be Doc Ock. Like if Doc Ock teams up with Tom Holland punching Blizzard.
Bro.
I'm like, okay. Okay.
Toby and Andrew are in this.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
It's done. I'm confirmed. Whatever doubt I had, whatever 5% doubt I had has been washed.
Washed away.
It's 100% sure. In fact, when I'm so sure when they pop up on screen, I'm not even gonna react.
I'm like, no, what?
I knew you in it.
No, the fact that the Brazil messed up, I can feel Kevin Feige.
That's why they didn't shoot that one in America. Because that Brazilian one,
that shouldn't even have been put up. I know that was an accident. Kevin Feige is mad.
That shouldn't have been gone up. Because with that, you see, come on,
he getting punched
He's
by
getting
who?
punched by what?
By the air. People are like, it's Drax.
Who punched him?
It's Drax from Infinity War.
Yeah. He's invisible.
Invisible. So, like,
Nah, man.
who?
Yeah, they in it. It's on
Who
and
hit him?
popping.
And Kevin Feige is, I know he's like just so mad because you knew that people are going to analyze this frame by frame.
Look, man, people slowed it down like to the second,
Yeah.
to the millisecond.
The thing is, what Kevin Feige should have done, he should have been like, okay, here, give like a random fan the trailer and be like, I want you to analyze this.
I want you to
what you pick
tell
out
me
of
what you
this.
tell me what you see.
What do you see? Because you're a big fan and be like, oh, I saw that. Da, da, da.
Shut it down. Recut it. Recut it.
Recut it. Exactly. That's what they should have did.
There's supposed to be another trailer coming.
You think so? I think that there might be another one the 29th.
I heard there's another one coming the 29th.
Because that's when the tickets go on sale.
Yeah.
So yeah. So this is the time to put in your theories and your questions. Anybody that's on here, put in your questions and theories in the chat, and we will address them because there's just a lot. Oh gosh, how do I like go to the next slide? That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, we have a comment. Okay. Hi, DNA. I love the show. I'm so hyped after watching the Spider-Man trailer. My question is, how do you think Doc Ock got his upgraded mechanical arms?
So Dr. Octopus, Dr. Ock, he's a genius.
Mm-hmm.
So when he created this suit back in the day, right, with the nano chip that he used to control him, when he touches Spider-Man's suit, because in the Tony's tech, it's nanotechnology. Somehow his suit is working with the Iron Spider suit, and it pulls some of those nanos onto his arm. That's why his arm's turning red.
Oh,
He's pulling the nanobites off
of that because it's already
Iron
a nano.
Spider onto his suit because he had that thing. So yeah, that's how his suit. That's how Doc Ock's suit's getting upgraded. It's
That's
right from Spider-Man.
My theory for that was, some people are TikTok, and I think that this is gonna happen where like the longer that they're in our universe, they are changing.
Mm-hmm.
And like with Electro, why is Electro not blue if he's from Andrew's universe? And it's because like the longer he's there, he's gonna change into like this new Electro that we're seeing.
Yeah.
Because there was like a clip from the trailer where like Spider-Man is in the black suit and he's doing like the Doctor Strange thing, and you can see Electro in the back.
Yeah.
And he looks like the scene from the end of Andrew's Amazing Spider-Man 2, where he's like coming together. You know what I mean? Like
he's pulled stuff together. Yeah.
Yeah, because like he's all blue.
Right.
And so I think he comes to our Earth as the blue Electro and then
maybe.
changes to that.
He could. We'll see how it's come through. Yeah.
So that's what I was thinking. I'm like, maybe with Doc Ock, he upgrades because he's like changing or something. But that too. It's probably
because it's red. So he grabs. Here's the reason why I think it is because he grabs Peter on the bridge and he says, "You're not Peter." And that scene where he pulls his tentacles back and he's looking at it, it's on the bridge.
Yeah, that's true.
So he pulls the technology off Peter somehow. Now, whether he pulls the entire suit off or just some of the suit, I don't know. But he's taking it from Peter's suit. That's why it turns red.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
That was a good question. Okay. So what else do we have? So yeah, we know that the movie is coming out December 17th. We need to mark the date right now. We need to mark the date. The fact that November 29th is going to be the craziest day of all time.
They're going to break the internet.
It's going to break the internet. What day is that? That's Friday? Next Friday?
I think it's a Monday, right? It's the Monday after Thanksgiving.
Because Thanksgiving is, it's the Monday. That's going to break the internet for sure.
Yeah, it's the Monday after the holidays, so it's going to be crazy. That's
supposed to be Cyber Monday. Like,
oh, you're right. That is Cyber Monday. Oh, they crazy with this.
Yeah.
That is Cyber Monday.
They did that on purpose, too. They were like, everyone's going to already be online. Let's go.
Everybody's going to be online buying stuff, and then they're going to put this up. Oh, the server's going to show. I hope they beefed up servers.
That's what I'm saying. So what do you think? Do you think that this movie is could possibly be the highest grossing movie of all time? Take over Endgame?
I don't think so, man. I don't think so.
Why?
Because, the last two Spider-Mans were good, but they weren't so hyped like people are going to come out to see this one. I think people are just hungry right now because of the pandemic, and we haven't really had a big one, a big movie. I mean, Black Widow was okay. Shang-Chi was good, right? But we didn't know that character.
Yeah.
That was a new character. This is the biggest character that we know, right? We know this character. So everybody's hyped to see something exciting. We've known this character. It's going to be off the chain. Plus, the theaters are fully open now, so a lot more people can be going. So I think that's what's driving this one to be hype. What is going to be Endgame though? $2 billion? Two?
Dad, hold on, wait. Let's talk about it because yes, it's like the other two Spider-Mans didn't do well. Yes, everyone's like hype after the pandemic, but we're getting people from 2002, 2004, 2007, 2012, 2014. We're getting a bunch of different people from all these different, and then we might get all three Spider-Men. People are going to show up.
X-Men could be in this.
I know. Is it on my list? Yes, it is. Hugh Jackman. There's been talks about Hugh Jackman coming back.
Nah. Hugh Jackman.
No, there has been talks.
Yeah, but that wouldn't make any sense. If you're going to start a new X-Men universe, you wouldn't use Hugh Jackman because how many more years Hugh Jackman got, right? You're trying to start a whole new franchise for the next 10, 15 years. So if they bring Hugh Jackman back, I mean, they could bring him back for a alternate universe scene, but not in the new MCU because he's too old.
No, I think that like there was I should have had the article, but it was like there was talks of Patrick Stewart and him and Hugh Jackman like coming back or like not coming back, but like there was just like
maybe
something about X-Men,
maybe like a scene where it's like I could see into this universe and there they are, something like that. I could see that, but not as like they're in this universe now because that's just it's beyond them.
It's beyond them.
Yeah, I wouldn't even want to see that because it's going to start to get sad after a while, right? Looking at him like, come on, man, you can't be Wolverine anymore.
Yeah, and like
if
they do bring in the X-Men from other places, I would love to see James McAvoy again and the other guy, the young Avengers.
Yeah,
young X-Men.
Yeah, James McAvoy could still do it, and along with
the guy Matthew, I think.
What's his name? Who played
Matthew?
Magneto. I forget his name.
Ivan,
who played Magneto. Anyway.
I don't know.
Whatever. Anyway. But no, yeah, they could still do, but I think they've moved on though. I think they're done with them. I think Kevin Feige is gonna start fresh, new people, new stories. I don't think he wants whatever new stories he's doing, I don't think he wants people to think about the past one. Because
But they brought in Evan Peters.
Yeah, but he wasn't Quicksilver.
Yeah, but they should make him Quicksilver.
He wasn't Quicksilver, so they brought him in for a little fan.
That was rude. That was really disrespectful.
But he wasn't
they
Quicksilver,
have even
right?
brought him.
So yeah, it was a little. I think they need to start fresh, new people, start over. That way we're not comparing them to the roles they were in before. Or some people saying, "Well, I'm confused. Is this a continuation of that story, or is this a new story?" Coming with new people, nobody's confused. It's a new storyline, and it's good to go.
Yeah, they might. I've heard that they might bring in, for sure, like bring in some. Not for sure. Sorry, they might bring in X-Men people, which I'm that's crazy. I don't think that they should do it in this Spider-Man movie. That's just too much. How long is this movie gonna be?
In Venom, the girl was a mutant.
What girl?
The girl with the screaming powers. In Venom,
oh my gosh,
she
was
yeah, the movie was bad, but she was a mutant,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, she was.
Now Venom is in this universe now. Mm-hmm. She could have came over the same way.
Yeah,
mutants could still come over.
So
that's what I'm saying.
Do you think it'll be mutants like the mutants that we know already, that are already established, or different kinds of mutants?
I don't know, man. It's too hard to say, but because there's a whole history behind the X-Men, so whoever you bring in, the history has to come with it. You know what I mean? Because there's a whole history. You can't just say, "Oh, all of a sudden mutants just started."
Right.
You got too much stuff to tie in there. So, Mom asked the question. She in the chat. She was like, "Will this pass Black Panther? Do you think, as far as money?"
Probably.
Yeah,
I think it
will. Black Panther was like 1.2 billion or something like that. I think. Look, I'll tell you what. If the first weekend, I'm guessing this is going to be a $250 million weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm guessing that. Because of the hype. Mm-hmm. If the movie is good, it will easily surpass Black Panther's numbers if it's good. If the movie is okay, it'll still make 900 million because everybody's going to want to see it for themselves.
Right.
So it's got to be good.
Because with Endgame, the way that with Endgame, because we already knew, we bought tickets for Friday and Monday.
Yeah,
we already know I want to see it
twice. This twice, right? It was done, right? So because the Russo brothers for one, and it was part two of the other one.
Right,
I mean, what was I going to not see it?
Yeah.
So that movie. That's what I'm saying. This movie surpassing Endgame I can't see
I
that.
don't
I
know.
can't see that number being done. This movie is there's nothing in this movie's history that has built it up to where you would say yes, it
Yeah, it has,
surpasses.
Dad. Like all these 20 years of story.
Yeah, there. I mean, yeah. Like I said, if I've seen the movie, I could tell you.
I see casual fans watching this more than Endgame because they're like Endgame is like Endgame. It's like
Yeah,
I didn't watch the other stuff, but I know Tobey Maguire, so I'm gonna watch this movie to see Tobey Maguire if they're in it. The thing is, if Tobey and Andrew are in it, I feel like that this movie will definitely get $1 billion for sure, and then just more than that as
yeah.
well.
This movie's gonna easily hit $1 billion.
Yeah,
Without questions, gonna hit $1 billion. I can tell you that. I just can't see past it in games numbers, man.
we'll
I
see.
just
We'll
can't
see.
see it.
We'll
I can't
see.
see it.
Hi, Jaden Spence. Thank you so much for being on here. We're talking more about Spider-Man. So if you have any theories or questions, thank you so much for being on here.
All right.
But anyways, I think that it will surpass Endgame, and we'll have to like do a bet and come back.
Yeah, this can't pass Endgame.
Okay,
You know how hard it is to make $2 billion?
Dad, $2 billion. Yeah.
Nah, this movie won't do that number.
Okay. Well, we'll see. So yeah, December 17th. Mark your calendars. November 29th, people. Okay. So speaking of Andrew Garfield,
Tick tick boom.
Tick Tick Boom came out on Netflix today. It was already out like a week ago on just in theaters, select theaters, but it came out today on Netflix, so I was able to watch it. And I really actually enjoyed this movie. And Andrew Garfield did very well with the singing, and he learned how to sing in a year because
Yeah.
he didn't know how to sing earlier, and he didn't know how to play.
He took classes. Yeah.
Yeah, and he didn't know how to play the piano, and he really showed out. And the thing is, with his singing, it didn't feel like he was faking it or it was rough. It was hard for him. It was effortlessly really good.
Yeah.
And I really like how the story was formatted. So the story is, oh, that's not the title. I'm sorry. On the cusp of his 30th birthday, a promising young theater composer navigates love, friendship, and the pressures of life as an artist in New York. So yeah, Jonathan Majors. That's not his name. Gosh, I'm sorry. Jonathan.
Andrew
No, but the guy he's playing.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know his name.
John. Just never mind. One of the best playwrights of all time.
Yeah.
But anyways, Andrew Garfield does very well as the character, and I love how they format it to where it's like he's doing a play, and it's like a play / presentation to this crowd, and then we're able to see like flashbacks as he's talking about it. So he's narrating his own life.
Right.
And it's just like a beautiful story. And I connected to this story more than the other one, Dear Evan Hansen.
Yeah, Dear Evan.
So I definitely like this one more because it's like struggling artist. That's me. I'm struggling.
You're struggling artist.
Yes. And the ending, it all came together. The ending was sad, and I mean, for you it was spoiled, but for other people, they know that he passed away.
I guess
They know this is
not
like,
everybody knows this. Nope, not everybody knows it. Nope, sorry.
Okay,
Spoiler.
but like,
I didn't get to see it, so but it sounds like it was a good movie. And you said it's better than Dear Evan Hansen. It's going to be a good movie because I like Dear Evan Hansen actually.
Yeah.
it was a good movie.
And the thing is with Andrew Garfield, he has like every year he does something just amazing.
He's a great actor.
Yeah, the last movie I saw him in was The Eyes of Tammy Faye, and he did really great as Tammy Faye's husband. And then
Jim Baker.
Yeah, it's Jimmy Baker. And now seeing him again, it's just he did really he just knows how to embody a character. He's very method.
He's really good actor. He's ever since I saw him, the first movie I ever saw him in was the Facebook movie. What was it called?
Social Network.
Social Network. Yeah, he was awesome in that movie.
Yeah.
So he's a really good actor. He's a really good actor.
And I'm happy that people still give him a chance after Spider-Man because
That
I know
wasn't his fault.
I know, and like a lot of people are like, oh, when you see someone in a movie, you're just like, oh, it's bad, and it's like, no, the director directs them to say that kind of stuff or act that way. So
And the movie wasn't bad. The movie was good.
It wasn't bad. Okay, everyone is it's like a lot of people don't like.
That was a good Spider-Man. I don't know why people didn't like the Amazing Spider-Man 2. So it was good.
Exactly. So this movie was good. I give this movie, I give Tick Tick Boom an 8 out of 10. Yeah, it was enjoyable.
Yeah, me too. Mom says the name is Jaden Spence.
Sorry, what?
Jaden Spence is the guy's name?
That's not his name.
Oh, okay, whatever.
Jaden, it's not.
No, Jaden Spencer's the guy on the chat. My bad.
Oh, I was like, that's not. I was like, that's not his name, man.
I can't
It's so
apologize.
funny. But
Jonathan
anyway,
Larson.
Jonathan Larson. I
Jonathan
knew it was
Larson.
Jonathan. Okay.
Okay,
I
Jonathan
knew I wasn't
Larson.
messing up there. Jonathan
I'm looking
Larson.
at the chat and it's actually on the text.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so the next movie that we're going to talk about is The Harder They Fall.
Oh my gosh.
The critics did an 87% and the audience had a 93% score.
Did you see it?
Yes, I did. I finished it today.
What's your thoughts?
I definitely enjoyed it. So here it is. The Harder They Fall, when an outlaw, Jonathan Majors, discovers his enemy, Idris Elba, is being released from prison, he reunites his gang to seek revenge. This movie was
Freaking
from the
awesome.
jump. Bow, bow, cowboy. I love this kind of like quick draw stuff.
Yeah, this movie was.
Ooh.
Listen, man, this movie was so. What messed me up with this movie? I wasn't gonna watch this movie because I saw the trailer for the first time it came out. I was like, this trailer. Whoever did the trailer did a bad job. Okay, because if you don't catch me with the trailer, sometimes if I don't know the material, the trailer is the one that's gonna have to catch me. And I saw the trailer, I was like, this movie doesn't look good. It looks cheap. So I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Then I heard from my boss, above all things, told me, you must watch this movie.
Yeah.
My boss. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. Let me tell you something. 10 minutes. Okay. 10 minutes in, I was ready. I was like, this movie's awesome.
Yeah.
This movie was awesome. And I was watching it in the small screen in my office, right? And I was like, yo, this movie is fantastic.
Yeah.
After 37 minutes, I stopped it.
You had to stop it.
37 minutes is the scene on the train.
Oh, yeah.
I stopped it. I said, oh, now I gotta watch this upstairs.
You gotta watch it on the big screen.
I called mom. I said, hey, we gotta watch this tonight.
Yeah.
This movie and the soundtrack.
The soundtrack was good.
The soundtrack is so awesome. We downloaded the soundtrack.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, this movie, it's one of the best made cowboy movies, shoot 'em up, stories
Yeah.
I've seen in a long time.
That's the thing. What this movie did so well is like taking that simple premise of a revenge story and still doing it very well. Because, we see those all the time of revenge. And, it can get tired or you just kind of like follow the same like pinpoints. Right. But they still did it in a compelling way. The cinematography was really cool. There was this scene at the end where Jonathan Majors' character, he's like, the camera's on one side and he's like, oh, you're going to really shoot me in the back. And then it pans over. Yeah. And you see another character like with the gun. Yeah. And then he's like, he calls his friend, and then the camera pans one more time. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
It was great cinematography.
It was so good.
Film, so what I'm talking about. The color, the palette, the way it was shot was so beautifully shot. The sun, the everything was beautiful. This was a beautiful. The cinematographer, whoever the cinematographer was awesome. Yeah. It was on point. Okay?
It was on point.
And just every shot was great. The costumes down to the boots. I love this movie. Yeah. Regina King was so cool in this movie.
Her character, yes.
She was
I love
cold.
her character. Mm-hmm.
She was cold. Okay. The scene in the train, when the guy walks in, I forget his name. He's from Atlanta. He's from the show Atlanta. He walks in. He's being calm and just talking all nice and cool. And the guy is like, "Get off of this train, you scum!" And then he said, the hero."
The hero. Like, come on.
That line was. What I liked about this movie was they knew where they were. Yeah. Right? It was they was in the West. They weren't trying to talk like, okay, we're gonna try to talk like it's 18 something. Right. No. I'm talking like I know how to talk, right? So the hero. He's like, why must there be a hero? Yeah, it was so good. And the scene with the knife, when he did it with the knife on his legs. Yeah. Yeah. That was it. I was like, whoa. Done. Like, that movie, every part of this movie just had me go. I could watch it again. I could watch the movie. I could watch the movie right now.
Right now. I really love this movie for sure. Me too. I think that I'm like broadening my scope because I'm usually just like very superhero-y, very action-y. Yeah. But like this is still action, but it was just like so well done.
It was just so well written and it moved well. My only critique, and I told this to mom as well, my only critique was 15 minutes too long because I felt it.
Yeah.
When I feel something is long, it's too long.
I know. I felt that too.
Yeah.
I checked the time and I was like,
Yeah.
is this movie still going?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
I mean,
So
it's still good. But
there was 15 minutes they could have shaved off there and it would have been perfect time.
right.
But other than that, that's my only critique. Other than that, I love every part of the movie.
How do you feel about? I've heard that.
Jaden gives it a 9 out of a 10.
Yes.
Mom gives it a 10.
A 9 out of 10, get a 10. Yeah. I give it a 9 out of 10 as well.
I give it 9 out of 10 too.
Yeah.
And the only reason why it gets 9 out of 10 is because of the time, right? Because I felt the time. So I can't give it a perfect score because I felt the time. So I give it a 9 out of a 10.
So I heard on TikTok there were people who are like, who's gonna be the next Denzel Washington? And do you think that Jonathan Majors can do something like that where he's gonna be the next?
You know, he could.
No?
He's a, well, you know, who's the next Denzel Washington is his son, right?
Right. That was on the list, but people were like, no, Jonathan Majors has really brought more character.
He's a good actor.
Yeah.
You know, he's not done enough for me to try to put him in that kind of category.
I know, right? Like
He's got to do a
Denzel.
little more. You know, get into a if you get into one of those big movies like what's his name? Your guy, Inception, director.
Chris Nolan.
Thank
I was
you.
like,
I don't know
what?
why I was drawing a blank. Get into a Chris Nolan movie.
Yeah.
I might throw it at you.
That would be cool if he was in a Chris Nolan movie.
Yeah.
That would really set him.
He's a good actor. He's on his way up, especially now that he's going to be Kang. You know, in the MCU, we're gonna see him in a bunch of movies, right?
Yeah.
But that's comic book movies, so that doesn't really lend your acting chops, right? That's more just fun and action. In this, his acting skills showed, and he did his thing.
Yeah, I agree.
This is an all-star cast, man.
Yeah,
All right.
I was looking at it and I was like, why is everybody a superhero? Like,
Yeah, all-star cast.
Everybody is a superhero.
All-star cast.
But all-star cast for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely a movie to check out if y'all haven't seen it already.
For
These
sure.
are all Netflix movies that we're talking about. And yeah, I agree with this. 93, 87, definitely certified fresh.
Yep.
The next movie we're going to talk about is
Red Notice.
Red Notice. Okay, I definitely have a thing for this, but we'll just do this for now. Red Notice. In a world of international crime, an Interpol agent, Dwayne Johnson, attempts to hunt down and capture the world's most wanted thief, art thief, Ryan Reynolds. So, I don't know. This movie was cheap jokes, cheap. Like, I was mad watching it. And the thing is, okay, wait. So I like Ryan Reynolds when he's the straight man. When he was in Hitman's Bodyguard, I liked him in that.
He was a straight man.
Was good. He was good in Free Guy, even though he was the funny guy.
Free Guy was the best movie I've seen in Ryan Reynolds in a long time.
So he was good as the funny guy. But in this one, he was too much, and the jokes were cheap jokes. I was like, you really want me to laugh at this? You really expect me to be like, ha ha ha, after you said that?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Sorry.
This movie, I wanted to like it.
Me too. It has there's 3 really good actors in it.
Yeah, I wanted to like this movie, man. I didn't even like The Rock in this movie, and I like The Rock in everything. Okay, and yeah, this is about right. This is about right with the Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah,
man.
Rotten Tomatoes. The critics say 35%, but the audience loved it.
I think the audience loved it because it's who's in it, right? So this is like I gotta say what I gotta like it, but I think that
Y'all can't see it. It says 95%.
I didn't dislike this movie. Mom says you better not. I didn't dislike this movie. Mom, blasphemy.
This movie, it was like
I didn't dislike this movie, but I didn't like it either.
Yeah.
I saw it once. That's it.
That's how I feel
I
too.
can't watch it again because it was like the twist at the end. I didn't see it coming.
But like,
I didn't see it coming, but it didn't feel right.
It didn't feel
The chemistry,
right.
the chemistry. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
The twist at the end, the chemistry it was just off.
yeah, I feel it
Okay.
as well. I was like, this does not work.
It didn't work. It didn't work for me.
It didn't work for me
It didn't
either.
work for me.
I was like, this is weird.
Yeah, it's weird. It was weird to watch. I was like, it's like brother and sister. You know,
Siblings.
I didn't like it. So, but just I don't know.
No, we can spoil it by now.
I can't
It's
even
out.
tell. Yeah, it's been out forever. Right? We can actually talk spoilers on this
Yes.
because it's been out over 2 weeks now.
Yeah,
The twist at the end with
The Rock,
and
Gal Gadot.
that didn't work
That
for
was
me
rough
at
for me as well.
all. Even though I didn't see it coming, and Jaden said it was unexpected, I didn't see it coming, but it was wrong. It just felt wrong. The kiss felt wrong.
Yeah.
When they did the flashback to it, it felt wrong.
It didn't. The thing is, the flashbacks and like the little hints. The thing is, when we were watching it, there was no hint to that. So when we go back, we can be like, "Whoa!"
Well, no, that's the whole purpose of the flashback. So it's fine. They did a good job showing that, hey, I hate each other, and then I end up. That's the twist. I understand why they did it. It was a twist, and if it was a good movie and it didn't felt weird, I might have been like, "Oh,
I know,
you caught me," but
caught
it was
me.
kind of like,
Oh,
why?
okay, why? And I think that my initial review, when I do like my Snapchats, it's like, I feel like this whole movie was to set up a part 2. I feel like the entire movie was so they can do
That's
all
what they
three
did
of
at the
them
end.
being
That's what they did in the end. They set up
Right.
another one at the end.
But the thing is, I feel like this movie couldn't even stand alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
it was bad.
You really just wanted a part 2, and it's like, why didn't you just make the part 2? Like, you know,
Yeah.
why
I
didn't you
would be
just-
surprised if part 2 drops next year. They already shot it. Listen, this
shot
movie, they're gonna do another one. The audience liked it, right? So
Right.
I thought it was one and done. I watched it. I'm glad I didn't spend any money to go see it in the theaters.
Oh my gosh.
I'd have been really mad. And I watched it upstairs in my theater. I could have watched this in my bedroom and just been watching it.
Exactly.
It was okay.
What's your rating?
I'm with Jaden. I'm giving it 5 out of 10.
I'm with Jaden as well. It's very 5 out of 10. It's
Give it a
like,
5 out of 10.
hey, if you really like The Rock and you like Ryan Reynolds and Gal
I
Gadot,
like them all,
then
but
watch the movie. But
This
like,
movie was not good. It was not good.
the fight scenes were trash, and I'm like, aren't y'all
Yes.
like superheroes? All 3 of you are superheroes.
Yeah.
So you're acting like you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, the fight scenes
So,
were not good, and
It was really
bad.
It was just cut, and I was like, this is bad.
Yeah, it was badly written, badly shot. The Rock felt like he phoned it in, like he was forcing it. Like,
Yeah.
I got to do this as a favor to my friend Ryan or something.
Right. Ryan should have been the straight man. And then, or The Rock should have been funny because The Rock is good as
Yeah,
funny.
he's good as funny. The
So,
problem is
I don't know.
Ryan Reynolds was overselling it. Like he was trying to be too silly.
Yeah, and like we
I
know
hate
you're
when he
silly,
does
dude.
that. I hate when he does that.
That's why Deadpool. I'm sorry, I know a lot of people really like Deadpool. Deadpool didn't work for me because it's just he's
I
too
like the
funny.
first one. The first one was good because his silliness matched the character he was playing.
Right.
The second one, he went in
Hard
hard.
with these jokes.
And I was
Okay,
like, yo,
Thanos,
okay, we
bro.
get it. We
You-
get it. You're supposed to be silly, but you have to be this silly?
This
That's
silly?
why I did not like part 2 of Deadpool.
Yeah.
In this one, yeah, he was just trying too hard. And even the end where he was the explanation of what was happening was so cheesy. Like when he said, yes, and I called the Interpol people, and they showed up, and they'll be here in 15 minutes to arrest us all if we don't leave now and help me do this other crime. What?
Yes, they set it up.
I
yeah.
stole all
Yeah,
your
yeah.
money, so you guys are in to help me with the other crime? So why wouldn't I steal your money again?
Again.
It was just
They
stupid.
wanted a part 2. You mad now? You're mad now.
So bad. It was just so stupid of a premise.
Yeah.
It was just like, come on, who wrote this? It was bad.
Yeah, Mom
It was
says
bad.
Ryan always overacts. Not a fan. Mom, if you've seen Hitman's Bodyguard. That's the only.
Yeah,
that's
Hitman,
like, that
Hitman
movie
Bodyguard
made me
was
like
good.
him.
And so I told Mom, I promise you,
Free Guy's good.
you need to watch Free Guy.
Yeah, Free Guy.
Because he's not overselling because he's the character he's playing.
You're right.
Free Guy is good. That's the best Ryan Reynolds movie I've seen is Free Guy. I love that. I watched that again.
Yeah.
I watched it tonight.
No, Hitman's Bodyguard is a movie that I watched like
Hitman
over and
Bodyguard
over.
was
That's
good.
my
I haven't seen
movie.
part 2, but you said it was bad.
Yeah, it didn't do it for me. I think they overdid it with Eternals woman. I forgot her name.
Selma Hayek.
Yeah, Selma
Salma
Hayek.
Hayek,
They overdid it with her.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
but I like part 1. I love part 1.
Yeah, part 1 was good. Part 1 was good.
I don't know. We'll see. I agree with the critics.
Yeah, I'm on the critics with. And I'm usually on the other side of the critics, but this one I'm with you guys.
Yeah, it says 95% for audience.
Ah, that's crazy.
It's crazy. Okay, moving on to Wheel of Time. I almost forgot to put this in our show.
Ah, okay.
But we got to see the first 2 episodes earlier this week on Monday. We got to see it it was like a whole premiere event, and it was really fun. So go check out that video if you want to see our reviews for episodes 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And so I at first did not like this.
Yeah.
I was like, I wasn't really feeling it.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling it either.
I was kind of like, it's like it's too the same. I've seen this story before. We've
Right.
seen this type of story, this kind of, but I was like, let me give it another chance.
Right.
Because a lot of people love the books. The people are advocating for this, like being like
14
really
books,
good.
too.
14 books, blah, blah, blah. Like, people are in it. So I was like, okay, let me watch episode 3. Wow.
Yeah, episode 3 was good.
Yeah.
Episode 3
3
You know,
brought me back
here's
in.
what I think what happened to me when I watched the first 2. And Mom's going to laugh at this. I was so upset at the atmosphere of the... I was so upset at the atmosphere. I missed a lot of stuff because I kept looking to the left, and you know why. Right? The atmosphere was pissing me off so much.
Please tell people.
I couldn't...
No, explain. Explain.
So, Mom and I did a podcast on this, but we went to Alamo Draft House, and at 6:30 we were there, and at 6:40 we ordered our food. Okay, 6:40. So plenty of time before the movie started that our food should have showed up. I mean, you have 20 minutes before the movie starts. Fine, movie start. I'm thinking another 10 minutes. My movie didn't get there to the second episode. And because I kept looking for, like, every time someone walked in the door, I looked like, is that my food?
He was so
You know,
hungry.
I was like a puppy dog, you know, when you come home from work. So it took me out of the theater.
Yeah, he didn't get his food until like 8 o'clock.
It was after 8. After 8, because it was well into the second episode when I was thinking to myself, by the time my food came in, the episode's gonna be over. Right?
It's gonna be all
so
done.
it was so far in, I kept looking and I kept missing things that were happening on the screen. Now, Mom over here, of course, was chomping on her food.
She got her food early.
She had her food early. She chomping. That's why she was like, I love this. Yeah, because you get to concentrate on it.
You got to concentrate while we were starving.
I was starving over here trying to get my food, you know? So that's why I think when I watched the first 2 episodes, I really didn't enjoy it. But I watched the 3rd episode last night and I loved it.
I was able to. I had my meal already. I got to sit down. I got to enjoy it, and the action was really well done. I love how they decided to split up. I didn't like the second episode because it was kind of like
it was too many. It was too many things happening. Too many characters. Yeah.
No, yes, it was too many characters, and we're just in the same area the whole time, and it was like I was bored. So with this 3rd episode, we got to go to different places. We got to learn more about our characters. We got a lot of like gore, like. It was just jam-packed this episode. I really liked it.
In case anybody hasn't seen it yet, but the
No, we're doing spoilers because it's each week. So we're doing spoilers.
We're doing spoilers?
Yeah.
The bartender, I didn't see it coming.
I did not see it coming either.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I was just thinking this was going to be a filler episode where, not really filler, but, you know, we were going to learn more about the characters, and then, you know, they were just going to hang out and blah, blah, blah. I didn't see, and I'm good at catching things.
Right?
Right? I can always tell, like,
she's about to do something.
She's about to do something.
Yeah.
I didn't feel it, didn't see it. It was perfectly played. It was perfectly acted as a real thing.
When I was watching it, I didn't suspect it, and then he said something about, well, what if she's gonna cross us? And then the redhead was like, no. And I was like, would she? And I was like, no. And I was with him like, no, she wouldn't. And then it left my brain. And then when they did the twist, I was like, oh my gosh, she did! I was like, she did cross them.
Yeah.
It was so like,
it was good. It was good. It was good setup. I liked the beginning opening scene when the one lady, and I don't have all the names.
Nynaeve. I only know her name. That's
I don't know all the names of the characters yet. But when she fought the guy in the water, the whatever you call these,
the
beasts.
Trollocs.
Yeah, Trollocs. That was a good fight scene as well. And
Yeah.
then she came up and she's looking for him, and so we saw how she got away. And it was good. I enjoyed the 3rd episode. It brought me around. Remember, I told you I had to watch this, and it was a let's see for me at the time. But yeah, I'll watch it.
I was like, I was done after episode 1 and 2, but after people in the comments being like, no, it's good. I'm like, okay, let me watch episode 3.
Right.
Episode 3 definitely changed my mind, and I'll be back for episode 4. And we can do weekly little things because I'll definitely like clip this up and put out our highlights.
Right.
For it. But this episode did it for me.
Yeah, it was good. It brought me back, and I'll definitely be watching it. Is it gonna be every Friday?
Every Friday.
Every Friday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll be watching it next week, and we'll do our talk on it. But yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it, and actually learned the character names, like Matt. I know who Matt is. Remember when the girl was like, Matt's my favorite character? I'm like, which one was Matt?
Like, who's Matt?
Because I was looking for my food.
I was looking for my food, so I didn't catch anybody's names, but Matt. I know Nynaeve because the girl also in the video said it, and that's the girl with the braid that got caught. That's it.
No, it was good.
Redhead.
It was a good episode. I enjoyed it. The real, I guess is what's it? Real GNSS sniper says good day.
Oh, hi. Welcome back. Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay. But yeah, the Wheel of Time was good.
yeah, I enjoyed that.
What is that it? Is that it for the review of Wheel of Time?
Yeah, we'll give our final review. For you want to do episode reviews by episodes?
We'll
Or?
do it by episodes.
Okay, so for this one, I'll give this one an 8 out of 10. I enjoyed it.
And that's it. I give it a 9. I was like, the way that it flipped the script for me,
Yeah,
give
it was
9.
good. It was
I give it a 9. And I've originally, I'm not gonna lie, in my written review, I put a 2 out of 5, meaning a 4 out of 10.
Yeah. Wow. Is that what you put in your written review?
I think it was because I was so hungry.
We were so caught up with the atmosphere. We were messed up. They messed it up for us, man. They did the wrong. Anyway, whatever. Move on.
Anyways, okay.
Move on.
But yeah, that's that.
Move on.
Movie news.
All right. What we got from movie news?
This is the time to do any super chats, subscribe. Make sure to follow us on Twitter because that's where we put in we'll put you in our show if you do like a Twitter theory or a Twitter question on there. Okay, so movie news. So Harry Potter is getting a reunion.
Yeah, on HBO Max.
Yes, so Harry Potter fans have something big to look forward to in the new year. The cast and crew of the movies will be reuniting for a look back on the franchise. But one person who you shouldn't count on seeing is author J.K. Rowling. She won't be there, which is really interesting. It's just
I
like,
think she's not trying to bring distraction to it, because of the whole controversy.
Super Chats! Thank you for Super Chats! Thank you.
Thanks for the super chat. Yeah, I think she's gonna stay away from it because she probably doesn't want to bring the controversy because the whole thing around her, the controversy around her. So she's just probably saying, you know what, I don't want to distract from the, the reunion. So she's just gonna let it happen. So.
Yeah, it's just interesting because like she's the one who made it. You know what I mean? She's the person who did it.
Yeah.
So director Christopher Columbus, which I'm just like, wow, what a name!
What a name!
All right, director Christopher Columbus, who directed the first 2 Potter films, Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, Rupert Grint, and other actors from the 8 films were gathered for a journey back to Hogwarts to discuss the making of Harry Potter and the impact of the franchise, according to HBO Max. It will be the first time they've reunited since the project for such a project since the final film premiered in 2011, and it premieres January 1st, 2022 on HBO Max.
Yeah, that's going to be cool. You know what's good about Harry Potter? The thing about Harry Potter that's pretty good, I watched it when you guys were, kids and stuff, and the thing came out in 2001, right? The very first Harry Potter, 2001. Mm-hmm. So I watched it with Mia, and you watched it, and we watched it with Dwayne. So we all watched it. I watched all the films. I think it was 8 films, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 films. Good thing about Harry Potter is because the book series is so loved, you can keep showing the film over and over to generations of kids. Yeah. Like kids come up, read the book, you can show them the thing, and they'll be like, "Oh my God, Harry Potter!"
No, when I was nannying this little 8-year-old girl, she was like, "I'm obsessed with Harry Potter. I read all the books," and she was like talking about it, and I was like, "That's what I did when I was a kid."
Right,
so,
everybody watched it. So it's a good series. It holds up. I haven't watched it since 2011. I mean, after the last one finished, I was done with it, and I moved on. But I remember enjoying watching Harry Potter, all of them, every time I watched it. I even used to know the name of each one, but now I
right.
I can't even remember them now. Also, but no, it's good to see that they'll have that, and hopefully it'll be a fun time.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be really good because the Friends did a reunion recently on Hulu, and it did very well. And so I think that they should do more of these reunions. Yeah. And seeing the Harry Potter fans, it's gonna be definitely really cool. I'm definitely gonna tune into that.
Yeah, it'd be fun to watch. Definitely.
So yeah, definitely. Mark your dates. January 1st. It'll be what 11 years since the
last one ended. Yeah, it'd be 11 years since the last one ended. So yeah, good to watch.
Okay, so let's see what other things we have for movie news. The Matrix has a new poster, and I think it's pretty cool. I just wanted to show the poster.
Yeah, it looks good.
It has let's see, it has both of them on there now. Neo and Trinity on there.
Yeah,
together.
I like it.
It's gonna be such an interesting movie, and it's gonna premiere on December 22nd.
Let's talk about that for a second.
And HBO Max.
Forget that nonsense. Listen, if you're a real Matrix fan, and even if you're not, you must watch this in theaters. You cannot watch The Matrix. It's too big of a movie to be watching on HBO Max.
Listen to me, Arno. I swear, if any person ever talks to me and be like, yeah, the first time I watched The Matrix Resurgence was on my phone or on my TV, I'd be like, bye, don't talk to me.
I know, right? It's crazy.
Should be in the theater. Same thing with Dune. Should be in the theater.
You got to watch it in the theater. And this is coming out the same time as Kingsman, right?
Same day as Kingsman.
So, okay, let's do a little throw up here.
A poll.
Which one do we think, if you had only one choice in the chat or anybody who's listening, which movie would you watch? Matrix Resurrection or Kingsman? What's your choice? What's your choice, Lay?
Matrix.
Matrix.
What? Like Kingsman? Who? What is that? What is Kingsman?
No, I love the Kingsman, but yeah, I gotta watch it.
No, for sure. I'm gonna tune in to Matrix.
We're
probably gonna watch both.
We're gonna
of
watch
course.
both.
We're gonna watch both, and then
double
the thing is,
feature.
we're gonna be on hype after 5 days earlier watching Spider-Man because that comes out the 17th. It's gonna be crazy that week.
That's not a lot of time to breathe between big movies like this. To have the
3?
Matrix so close to Spider-Man like that, they should give that a couple of weeks to breathe.
But no, Matrix was like, we're not budging. So
yeah, we're not moving off this. So y'all can move.
It's crazy. But yeah. But I think the poster looks really good. Someone asked, have you watched Hellbound? I don't think we've watched that. I don't know what that is.
I haven't watched that one. I think that's a new series, if I'm not mistaken.
Let me look it up real quick. I don't know what this is. No, we haven't watched this, but we might have to check it out. It's on Netflix. Oh, it's like another fantasy show. Unearthly.
What is it about?
Let's put it over here. Can y'all see it? Why can't you see it? But anyways, it's about unearthly beings discover bloodly condemnations, sending individuals to hell and giving rise to religious groups founding on the idea of divine justice.
Haven't seen that one.
I think I've heard stuff about this. Yeah, well, we'll have to check it out. Thanks for the suggestion. Check it out and see.
Thanks for the recommendation.
Okay, but yeah, that's the trailer. Okay, I mean that's the poster.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to Train to Busan. I don't want to accidentally click anything.
Okay.
So Train to Busan is getting the American. It has been greenlit. The American version of this movie.
The English version?
Yes. The American. It's gonna be American.
Yeah, they always do this.
What do you think the title is gonna be?
I don't know. Train in New York, probably, because everything happens in New York.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer. What I say.
It's the title. The official title has been released. Last Train to New York, which I'm like, isn't it subways?
Listen to me, man.
Is it subway?
Listen to me, man.
I don't even
New
care
York
about this
City
movie.
is like the epicenter of every disaster movie.
I know.
So they're doing the American version of this.
Yes.
You know, they do it all the time. This is not the last. There's a bunch of movies that you like that are Korean movies. They redo them. This happens all the time.
That is true.
The only difference now is in this time and era. And this is like back in the 90s and early 2000s. They did it all the time, and you wouldn't know the difference. These days, you've seen Train to Busan.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now I know.
Everybody's seen it because it's the time we're in now. We see international movies.
Yeah.
So to come out with this exact same premise, and usually they do it shot for shot, Leia.
Oh, really?
Like when they do a movie overseas and they bring it here, they do it shot for shot. Like you're like this is the same movie.
Oh, wow. I didn't know.
Okay. There's a movie called La Femme Nikita. Right. The original one was shot in France, and they've redone a couple different times. They did one here with an American actress, and I forget the name of the American version. But if you put the two movies next to each other, you'd be like, yo, what did you change? You just made it in English.
Yeah.
Like shot for shot, it was the same movie.
Wow.
Okay.
So they probably do that for this one.
They might do this. No, they're a little smarter now because they could do it shot for shot back in the day because you would have never seen the Korean version of it.
Right.
Right. Now everyone's seen Train to Busan, so they're gonna have to make this a little different. But why, man? Train to Busan is such a good movie.
Yeah, and that reminds me, like, I dare somebody to make an American version of Parasite. Do it, hands.
Oh, they'll do it.
Don't no, and you can't. No,
they'll do it.
Like the Parasite is so good and so precious. Don't do that.
It's already greenlit.
No, it's not. Stop that. It's like it's just so. It's too good.
Listen, it's already greenlit. I promise you that movie's being made. That movie's being made. Yeah, they listen, when they do a Korean movie and it's good and it hits, or Japanese movies, specifically Japanese movies,
Mm.
they redo them. The Grudge, the original Grudge, is a Japanese movie. They redid it here and
Yes, it
still
is.
call it the same name though, The Grudge.
Yeah. They didn't even try to
redid
change it up.
Yeah, they do it all the time. They do it all the time. So
Last train to New
New
York.
York. I knew it was gonna be New York.
I thought it was gonna be train to Boston.
Nah.
Boston. Last train to New York. It's gonna be the most American accent.
New York
too,
is so condensed with people. They just want to see people running.
yeah.
That's it.
But you can't beat that train scene from Invincible,
Invincible. Oh man.
the superhero movie, the superhero show.
That train scene from Invincible. This is why they could never make Invincible a live action. It would be too gory.
Yeah.
The cartoon
Was too
was
much.
gory.
Yeah.
Was tripping me out.
When is
To
season
make
2
to
coming
make
out?
that real would be like you have to put a hard R horror movie on it
Yeah.
because it was so freaking crazy, but it was so awesome at the same time. It was
Yeah.
so awesome.
That's crazy. No.
We got a comment says they should make an American version of Squid Games. Yeah, they should. They probably will, but no, they won't. I'll tell you exactly what they're gonna do. Because Squid Games is gonna be season 2. They've already greenlit it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I guarantee they'll make a Squid Game movie, an American version, but it won't be called Squid Games.
Yeah, because I never heard that game. I
Yeah.
never heard that child's
So
game.
they'll call it some other game and make an American movie out of it. Watch, like 6 years from now, 7 years from now, you'll see a movie and you're gonna almost forget about Squid Games because it'll be in the past,
Yeah.
and then you'll be like,
This is kind of like
isn't this Squid Games?
yeah. They might call it red light, green light. They might call it like Foursquare.
Red light, green light, 1, 2, 3.
Like 1, 2, 3. It's gonna be bad too. Like American movies, like they're great, but then when you like remake stuff, it's just bad.
Yeah.
I just know it.
Yeah, this Squid Games, they're gonna. I guarantee you that they will remake. I guarantee they'll make the movie out of it. It'll just be years down.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's coming.
I'm scared that season 2 of Squid Games isn't gonna be good.
Yeah, because I don't want them to do the same thing, right? You don't want them to go back and do that exact same story. And even though the games were fun to watch, they got to do different. First of all, you got to do different games, right? You can't do the same games because we already know what's going to happen.
Right.
And it's going to be hard to now that we know what this is about. It'll be hard to surprise you with because in Squid Game stuff is catching you off guard, right? So it'll be hard to catch you with that, but we'll see. I mean,
People think that that Sang-woo is gonna take over. Is gonna take over like the whole corporation. Like he's because the old man.
Yeah.
He probably played the game and tried to take over and try to end it, but then was probably like offered all this money, offered the power, and then he was like, oh, okay, fine, I'll be player number 1, or I'll do it, or something like that. But that'll be interesting. I don't know.
Yeah.
Season 2. I hope that the thing is, what a lot of people do, like almost every movie. Part 2 movie that I see is that they take that one little premise that people liked and overblow it.
Lean in. Like lean all the way in.
And it's like,
you like this part?
one little
now I'm
thing?
gonna shoot half the movie with this.
It's like, dude.
Yeah, like
they
just liked it a little bit.
Even
okay?
with when I'm thinking of a movie I'm thinking of that did that is John Wick 3.
Yeah, they leaned in. Like bullets was flying.
I was like, okay, can we breathe?
Bullets
It was
flying.
like 10 minutes of a full.
It was action nonstop. Like if you got up to got a drink, you came back, 10 people were killed already.
Like it was so much. I was like, okay, it's still a good movie,
It was
but
bullets.
I was like, it was just all bullets.
I don't even know. I remember when I was watching John Wick 3, I was thinking to myself, Jesus, like how many bullets did they buy for this movie?
Yeah, right? It was just
Like
yeah.
it was so
They
many
leaned into
bullets. It had to be 1,000,000 shots in that movie. I wish somebody would count the amount of bullets that were used in John
Yeah.
Wick 3. It was so crazy.
And Conjuring did the same thing.
Yeah.
Conjuring 1 was really good, but then they just leaned into like the jump scares, and I'm like, just make a good story. But yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Nah, Last Train to New York. When is that supposed to come out? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I didn't get any information
Probably
about it.
probably a couple of years, but yeah. I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked that they did that.
Yeah.
Not one bit.
Does anyone have any other movie news that we might have missed? This show is ending fairly soon.
I got one with I think I told you about this the other day that Patty Jenkins is walking off of Lucasfilm. She's no longer doing Rogue Squadron.
But she's still
over creative differences.
no. I did look that up, but she's still like she's still the CEO.
No. I didn't say Kathleen Kennedy.
Oh, is
I
that
said,
what I'm thinking of?
You think about Kathleen Kennedy. Patty Jenkins, the director
Wonder
for Wonder
Woman.
Woman.
Yeah.
She was supposed to go to Lucasfilm to do a Star Wars movie called Rogue Squadron. And they announced it a couple of years back during the Disney show, the Disney presentation.
Yeah.
And she's walking off now with creative differences. She's like, I'm done. I'm walking away from this. The reason why it's news, not because necessarily that it's creative differences. The reason why it's news is because there are so many Star Wars movies that has not happened because of creative differences with Kathleen Kennedy. She shuts it down. She's like, I don't like this. Nope. Like there was like they had to completely reshoot the Solo movie because Lord and Miller shot it. They didn't like it. Lord and Miller left. They brought in Ron Howard and completely reshot 85% of the movie. They shot that movie twice.
I want to see the other version.
Rogue One was reshot.
So good.
Rogue One was supposed to be dark, like a dark killer movie, guts and gore.
Yeah.
They didn't like it. Reshot
Because
it.
Disney's too nice, and that's the thing. Disney's too nice, and that is where DC can just really take it over. Because why can't we get with this Obi-Wan show? I want to see Darth Vader go ham.
Yeah, I know.
But they're not gonna do it because it's Disney.
Let me tell you exactly how they should open Obi-Wan. Okay, I'm gonna tell you how they should open Obi-Wan. And this is only the opening. You ain't gotta do this any more times after this. Okay, if you just want to be nice, Obi-Wan should open up with Darth Vader hunting down all of the Jedi, because that's the first thing he did after Episode 3, right? The first between Episode 3 and Episode 4, Darth Vader is killing Jedis. Him and the Inquisitors, killing them, wrecking shop, okay? They should open Episode 1, the first 15 minutes, just the first 15 minutes of Darth Vader cutscenes just tearing through Jedis. And then he comes to the last one, who he thinks is the last one, right? And this is how he finds out about Obi-Wan. He comes to the last one because he's looking for Obi-Wan, right? He comes to the last one. He's like, you know where Obi-Wan is. Tell me. And then this guy's like, no, he starts fighting him, and this is a bad fight scene.
Bad.
He just does his Vader thing, like catches him like.
I want to see a good.
I want to see some good fight
I want to see like. I want to see like martial arts.
But hey, look, Hayden Christensen's coming back.
You don't need.
Did you see the short for Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
Have you seen it? They're practicing in the short. They're doing the behind-the-scenes fight scene. So there will be a fight scene between Vader and Obi-Wan. Yes. But it more than likely be the very last episode.
Very last episode. But don't make it bad. Don't make it where it's like it is in 77.
Well, you know, what's her name? Deborah Chow? Oh, no. Come on. Come on, Leia. They did good in Episode 3, okay? Deborah Chow is directing this. She did the best 2 episodes in The Mandalorian in the first season. They plucked her out and gave her the entire season of Obi-Wan. So I'm expecting big things because she did the best 2 scenes, the best 2 episodes in season 1. So I'm expecting it to be good. My expectation may be high, but I'm ready for it. They haven't even announced a date for it yet.
It's supposed to be sometime next year, but yeah.
Yeah, they haven't given us a date yet, but I'm looking for it. Yeah, so that's the biggest Star Wars news right now. So there is no Star Wars movies coming. None, not one. This was the only one that was coming, and now it's not. Kevin Feige has one he's making.
Start again. She was supposed to make what movie?
Rogue Squadron.
Okay, Rogue Squadron. And then Kevin Feige's making...
It's untitled, but he's producing one.
Star Wars is a mess. Sorry,
Star
guys.
Wars is a mess.
I'm just have to say it. Star Wars is a mess.
Star Wars
they
is a
messed
mess.
up.
It is. The TV side is doing good, but the movie side is
yeah, because I'm like, what happened? Did y'all ever have like any timeline? Because I will always compare things to Marvel. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, they messed up. They messed up from the jump because, you know, when they came back with Episode 7, they didn't have a plan. Everybody knows this. They didn't have a plan. They didn't have a storyline. George Lucas gave them a treatment after he sold the company. They threw it out like, nah, we want to do our own thing. And they don't have, they shot 7 and they were like, okay, you shoot 8 and make it work. Instead of having a cohesive story written and then just let the directors, fill it in.
Right.
It's a mess. Episode 8 was trash, and 9 was just unbearable.
Right. Yeah. So we'll see what they do with it, but they've got to bring it. They've got to bring it.
I'm really disappointed in Star Wars. I'm happy with the Disney Plus series, but I'm really disappointed with Star Wars.
What is Arcane? Arcane.
I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what Arcane is.
Sorry, Mom. But yeah, I'm excited for Obi-Wan, and I'm really sad that we're not getting Mandalorian for another year because of Boba Fett. That's
But have you seen the Boba trailer though?
I have. It looks good.
It looks good. I like how they're doing the whole underworld feel of it. You know, there won't be any lightsabers, guys.
That's fine. I've liked Mandalorian.
Yeah, it's been a good story.
Mandalorian is so good.
Yeah, so we'll see. It'll be another, it'll be back, and then they're supposed to have the Acolytes, which is the one I want to see as well, which is about an apprentice. But a dark apprentice. It'll be, on the dark side. So I'm looking forward to seeing that as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the movie. I really like. I've always liked live action Star Wars, but when it comes to the cartoons, the animations, I cannot get into Star Wars animations. I really try.
Good,
Look, your voice was too high.
Too high.
Good. No, Bad Batch literally burned me. That's it.
No.
Throw it away.
Which one are you talking about?
Bad Batch. See,
yeah, there was too much. Well, the problem with Bad Batch was there was too much filler. It was too long. It should have been 16 episodes. It should have been 10.
10.
Yeah, it should have been 10. If it wasn't for so much filler, it would have been a better series because there were some good episodes. But
towards the end,
yeah. But the one they did with the Japanese artists, that was pretty good.
I didn't finish it, but the episodes that I did watch, it was good.
Yeah, some of them were good.
But that wasn't a cohesive story. It was just kind of like for fun.
No, it wasn't. They were anthologies. They were their old stories. Yeah. So yeah, they were. That
was cool.
Mom's saying, Arcane. Look up the preview or something. I guess it's a show or something. ARCANE Arcane.
I'll look it up, but we can't watch the video because it will get demonetized. Gotcha. But I'll look at the photos for it. Does anyone know about Arcane?
Oh yeah, man. Oh, this is that trailer. I know what I'm talking about. I didn't know the name, but we saw this trailer the other day for Netflix. This right here, it looks good.
You know what? I think my friend Summer Summer showed me a music video for this, and it's supposed to come out soon. It's supposed to
yeah. I forgot. I didn't know the name of it, but yeah, we saw the trailer the other day on Netflix, and it looked really good. So give that a chance as well.
It's like a really popular video game, and they turned it into a show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's good. I'll give it a shot. We'll talk about it if it's good or not.
But yeah, we'll come back and definitely talk about it.
Okay.
But yeah, the Star Wars stuff. How do y'all feel about Star Wars has been? Because I wish that we've gotten more from it.
Yeah, it fell apart. Like I said, that's all good. But that's it.
But yeah, that's it. I guess we should have started at 8:00. We got some more people on here now, but that's it for DNA, guys.
Yeah.
Do y'all? If in the chat right now, if you have anything else,
any questions, anything we talked about, throw it out now, guys, before we shut it down.
Yeah, today we talked about Ghostbusters. We talked about more about the Spider-Man trailer. We talked about Tick Tick Boom, Red Notice. Not Red Notice.
No, we talked about Red Notice. I'm just laughing at it.
Oh, Red Notice, yeah. The Harder They Fall, and the Harry Potter reunion, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let me put up this here. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,500 subscribers by the end of the year. We're very close to that number.
Jaden asked if is Ghostbusters good. He hasn't seen it yet.
Oh, Ghostbusters.
There's two opinions on that. So
yes, you'll have to go to the beginning. There are two different views on this Ghostbusters movie, and
Jaden, I liked it. I liked it. Just so it was good for me. It was fun. It was funny. I liked it.
What was your rating again?
I just liked the.
No, you gave it an 8 out of 10.
I gave it 8 out of 10, and you give it a.
I give it a 5.
Wow.
I'm so sorry. I still give it a 5. We're not gonna talk about it again, but I'm just saying it just didn't do it for me, and I gave it a 5.
Yeah, go check it out, Jenny. You'll like it.
But definitely, yeah, if you really
like the original Ghostbusters from '84, you'll like this one for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for watching. That's our show today. Make sure to subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,500 subscribers by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Make sure to follow us on Twitter @InWoodley. Actually, let me show you this. Okay. Because if you do a Twitter post, you'll get to be on our show. If I can just find it. You get to be on our show and have your question pop up on our show. So make sure to follow us on Twitter, and we'll put your questions and theories and stuff like that on here. Let's see what other things, guys. That's it. And we'll see y'all next Friday.
Next Friday, guys.
Bye.